1960s fashion, history, icons, and style. John F. Kennedy's presidency in the early 1960s and the civil rights movement dominated, but was short-lived due to the assassination of JFK in 1963. JFK's wife, Jackie Kennedy, continued on as a major political and fashion influence in the 60s. Even more turmoil was caused when Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights leader, was also assassinated in 1968. Both their efforts, along with President Lyndon Johnson, the Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964. Even with the positive change in government policy, the country's youth continued to protest against the Vietnam War and violence in America. In sports, the American Basketball Association was founded, and Muhammad Ali became the heavyweight champion of the world. There were also fashion and music icons of the 60s, such as supermodel Twiggy, the Supremes, the Beatles, and Ray Charles, just to name a few. A lot of fashions in the 1960s were recycled. However, there are certain trends that stand out during the 60s decade. For women, it was the high knee or mid-calf go-go boot, or the tent-shaped dress called a smock, which was very short in length. Men wore high-waisted bell-bottoms and collared shirts. Sometimes they used loud prints as the accent. Men also included turtlenecks into their everyday wear, with suits and casual pants. Young girls followed suit with the short-length pea coats and dresses. For boys, the denim big-bottom cuff, double knee patch, and plaid shirt was the everyday attire in America. What used to be everyday in earlier decades, the short suit blazer was saved for special occasions. In the 60s, it was very mod, or an unconventional modern style of fashionable dress, with bold prints and colors, which led nicely into the hippie era. For my interpretation of the 1960s, I draped a gathered flowered bodice with a solid green yoke, which resembles the mini smock dress. Generally, in the 1960s, this garment was worn with the seamless pantyhose and go-go boots. The new look inspired the bullet bra pointed bust. The undergarments also became colorful and decorative in the 1960s.